Hey guys, welcome back to another obscure, well, sort of obscure toy lines from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, all the way up to, let's say, the 2000s. Give us at least 10-15 year buffer, right? So this week we're going to look at another 6 obscure toy lines that you may or may not remember. So we're going to start off with the Cher doll from Mego, 1976. And remember guys, down in the comments, let me know, out of these 6, how many do you remember? In the 1970s, Mego essentially created and perfected the celebrity-based toy. They were looking for something that could go up against Barbie, and Mego wisely exploited the pop fascination with all of the quote-unquote divas of the day. There was a bunch of celebrities including Farrah Fawcett, Cher, and Suzanne Summers, but from what I can see in the original screenshots of catalogs, Cher had by far the most accessories, clothing sets, and stages. Cher was the #1 selling doll in 1976, which prompted 1977 and 1978 to see more dolls and accessories. The Snoopy Snow Cone Machine by Hasbro, 1979. So you can make your own yummy snow cones with Snoopy and his friends. You just need to add a little bit of fruit juice or powder, ice cubes, and you can make a delicious ice cold treat. So this kit included a snow cone maker, a Snoopy ice pusher, a syrup bottle, a flavor aid, soft drink mix, paper cups, a shovel, and instructions on how to make these snow cones. Just like the Peanuts gang, there always seems to be popularity and then a little lull, popularity and then a little lull again, and the same can be said for the Snow Cone Machine, which has seen several releases and re-releases along with different brandings over the years. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mini Mutants by Playmates, 1994. So, in an attempt to capitalize on the fame that Mighty Max and Polly Pocket had, Playmates made a similar toy line in 1994. This was a subset of the Ninja Turtles, and these were all of the Mini Mutants toy lines. So most playsets came with 1 or 2 characters and a few vehicles. Later on, they branched out where you could connect them and have full playsets where they'd be connected by a bridge or a sewer system. It was a novel idea, and these are pretty hard to find nowadays on the collector's market. You know, pretty much because a lot of these tiny figures went missing. Next up are the Teeny Beanie Babies by Ty Inc., also through McDonald's, from 1997. Now, Beanie Babies were the craze in the mid to late 90s and kind of into the 2000s. A lot of people thought they were going to retire off their Beanie Baby collections, and truth be told, there are still a few chase Beanie Babies that are worth a couple of bucks, but you know how McDonald goes. They jumped in on the bandwagon, and actually these teeny Beanie Babies do still have some collectability. I know my daughter actually has a few of them. We find them every once in a while at the flea market, and it was just a little novel idea that I wanted to throw in there as kind of a subset series of, you know, not necessarily obscure, but definitely, you know, toy lines that haven't been around for a bit. Next, Transformers Electric Racing by Hasbro and Tyco, 1985. So this was a slot car set with the gimmick of being attached to Transformers. Basically, the 2 slot cars would transform. Their names were Natron and Freezon. The 2 cars were also available sold separately, which I'd like to look for now, and you could also buy different parts for the track. Everything was interchangeable with any other Tyco product, and the cool gimmick about this one, aside from transforming, was that the track glowed in the dark. In 1986, Tyco and Hasbro got together again, and they released another Transformers track, this time of a train set. Susie Homemaker by Topper Toys, 1966. So in the 60s, Topper Toys went out of their way to diversify their toy line. This was specifically marketed to girls. Susie Homemaker became one of the most popular toy lines and reached iconic status. It even has like a catchphrase now, calling somebody Susie Homemaker. The dolls and toys typified the American suburban housewife and her regular chores, representing as all domestic ideals for girls of that era to have. Many toys and accessories from the Topper Toy line consisted of appliances, and they all functioned using batteries, electric plugs, or wind-ups. Water Talkies by Outdoor Antics, 1998. So this was a cool toy line that I came across. Unfortunately, I could not find a commercial for it, just a few news articles and a video clip that we're seeing now. Basically, this young kid invented this toy when he was 12 years old, and he actually won an entrepreneur trophy and prize because of it, and he was the youngest person ever to do it. The water talkie is a colorful cone-shaped device that actually amplifies your voice underwater up to 15 feet. This actually started as a one-product SKU, but this little guy, along with his parents, turned this novel idea into a whole summer pool toy line. He wound up having 8 inventions. Way to go, bud. And that's going to do it for another episode of obscure, well, sort of obscure toy lines from the 60s, 70s, 80s, all the way up to the 2000s and 10s. And this is episode 45, guys, so I'd really love to make it to episode 50, but we can only get there with your suggestions. Got an obscure toy? Let me know about it down in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care.